Now let us understand LCM and HCF using prime factorization. Let's write the prime factors of 18. 18 is 2 into 3 square. You can make the prime factors on one end. These are easy numbers, in fact. We can write it. But if you have a larger numbers, then you can make the factors in this way. Similarly, factors for 24, okay, divided by 2 we get 12, again by 2 you get 6, and again by 2 you get 3, and then 3, and finally 1. So our last resultant has to be 1. So factors of 18, 2 and 3 is occurring twice, and factors of 24 are 2 is occurring thrice, 3 times, and 3 is just occurring once. Now listen, most important. With this simple step, we can find LCM as well as HCF. How? LCM would be product of the greatest power of each prime factor involved in the numbers. Okay, look at this. 18 has 2, 24 has got 2. Greatest. Which one is greater out of these two? 2 is occurring once and 2 is occurring thrice. Which one is greater? It is 2 occurring thrice. Then move to the next. Okay, 2 is done. Pick the next. 3 is in square. 3 is occurring once. Which one should we take? 3 occurring twice. So what would be the resultant from here? It's 8 into 9, which makes it 72. Remember, in the previous case also we have seen the traditional method of finding LCM gave us 72 as a result, and here also we have noticed making the prime factors of both and then picking up the greatest power of each prime factor. So 2 was once and thrice. Which one is larger? It is 3. 3 is square, 3 is 1. Which one is larger? It is square. So this product is 72. Now, how do we find highest common factor? See, students, you might think that LCM is generally least common multiple. This least word, don't get confused with this least and with this greatest. Most of the students I come across, they feel that this method of finding LCM and HCF is quite complex for them. Let me give you a very simple way to figure out that how it should be remembered. LCM is least common multiple. Multiple क्या होगा? Would be contained in the list of multiples of 18 and 24. It has to be larger than these two. Larger. How would you get a larger number? If you look for the greatest power. Alright. So LCM के लिए we have to look for the greater power. Two numbers if you are checking, greater power. If you are checking 3 or more than 3, then look for greatest power among those. Each prime factor needs to be scanned clearly. Whichever has a greatest power, जिसकी सबसे ज़्यादा power होगी, that will be taken for LCM. HCF में क्या होगा? In HCF, it is the smallest power. Quite simple. This would be product of the smallest power of each prime factor involved in both the numbers. So let's pick 2 raised to power 1, 2 raised to power 3. Which one is smaller? Definitely 2 raised to power 1. अब next पे आ जाओ, 3 square 3 raised to power 1. Which one is smaller? It is 3 raised to power 1. So 2 raised to power 1, 3 raised to power 1 makes it 6. Okay, so LCM of 18 and 24 is 72. That's how you would be writing LCM. Which two numbers? 18 and 24. And what is LCM? It is 72. And HCF of 18 and 24 is 6. I hope this is also clear. Still, if there is any confusion, you can clear those doubts. Let us take another example. Suppose we have numbers 16 and 28. Factors of 16 are 2 raised to power 4. It's 2 multiplied 4 times. 28 can be written as 2 square into 7. It is 7 into 4. Now, when we find out least common multiple, we know it's the greatest power of all the primes involved in it. Now, which is the first prime involved in both? That is 2. So 2 is taken. The greatest power is 4, so 2 raised to power 4. And then we have 7. 7 over here doesn't exist, but over here we have 7 raised to power 1. So 7 raised to power 1 would be taken. When I say 7 doesn't exist, it means it is 7 raised to power 0. Right? So LCM would be 2 raised to power 4 into 7. But for highest common factor, we would look for the smallest power of the common primes. In the previous example, in the previous case, the example which we took had the same numbers, same primes, 2 and 3 involved in both. So I have chosen a separate, specific example in which this concept should be clear to you, that whenever we are dealing with highest common factor, it is the smallest power of common primes. So common prime over here is 2. The smallest power is 2 raised to power 2. So highest common factor is 2 square, which is 4.